What if every drop of water you drank was unsafe today? Imagine waking up without access to clean water anywhere nearby. This reality already exists for millions of people worldwide today. Clean water is not a privilege, it is a basic necessity. Yet billions still struggle daily to access safe drinking water. Unsafe water silently threatens human health in countless hidden ways. One glass of contaminated water can change a life forever. Waterborne diseases spread quickly through poor sanitation and hygiene systems. Entire communities suffer when clean water infrastructure is missing completely. Children are especially vulnerable to unsafe water conditions every day. Their growing bodies need clean water for proper development. Always, lack of sanitation increases. Health risks in crowded living areas. Simple hygiene practices can prevent many dangerous infections effectively. Clean water supports both physical health and mental well-being. Safe sanitation protects dignity and privacy for all individuals. Equally, without toilets and hygiene systems, disease spreads uncontrollably in communities. Dirty water sources often contain invisible but deadly microorganisms inside. Access to clean water improves school attendance for children. Significantly, healthy students learn better and perform well academically over time. Water scarcity forces families into difficult daily survival decisions. Many people walk long distances just to collect water. This daily struggle reduces time for education and work. Clean water access can transform entire communities economically and socially. Proper sanitation systems reduce environmental contamination in surrounding ecosystems greatly. Rivers and lakes remain safer when waste is properly managed. Pollution from industries threatens freshwater supplies across many regions globally. Climate change is increasing pressure on already limited water resources. Droughts reduce availability of safe drinking water. In many countries, flooding can contaminate clean sources and spread disease rapidly. Sustainable water management is essential for future global survival. Governments must invest in reliable water infrastructure systems immediately. Communities need awareness about safe water usage and protection practices. Education plays a key role in improving hygiene habits worldwide. Hand washing with clean water prevents many infections effectively and easily. Water purification systems help remove harmful bacteria and viruses. Safe storage of drinking water prevents recontamination after treatment. Sanitation facilities help reduce open defecation in vulnerable areas. This directly improves environmental cleanliness and public health outcomes. Clean water supports agriculture and food production systems globally. Farmers depend on safe water for growing healthy crops daily. Contaminated irrigation water can enter the food chain dangerously. Industrial waste must always be treated before disposal into nature. Water conservation helps protect limited freshwater supplies for future generations. Every drop saved contributes to long-term environmental balance. Urban populations are growing and increasing. Water demands significantly worldwide. Aging infrastructure struggles to meet modern sanitation requirements in cities. Investment in water systems improves quality of life dramatically. Safe water access reduces burden on hospitals and healthcare systems. Prevention of disease is always better than treatment afterwards. Clean water improves productivity and economic growth in societies. Women and girls benefit greatly from nearby safe water access. They gain more time for education and personal development. Sanitation access improves safety and reduces health risks. Significantly, hygiene education builds lifelong habits that protect entire communities. Water is essential for life, health, and human progress. Without it, societies cannot develop or sustain themselves properly. Clean water access is a shared global responsibility for all. Everyone must contribute to protecting this vital natural resource. Sustainable solutions require cooperation between governments, NGOs, and communities. Technology is helping improve water filtration and distribution systems. Innovation is making clean water more accessible than ever before. However, awareness is just as important as technological solutions. Protecting water sources ensures healthier ecosystems and biodiversity preservation. Responsible usage prevents unnecessary waste and environmental damage globally. Clean water is the foundation of a sustainable future. Sanitation ensures dignity, health, and equality for all humans. Water security determines stability and prosperity of nations worldwide. We must act now to protect this precious resource. Every effort toward clean water creates a better world. The future depends on how we treat water today. Imagine a world where every drop of water is unsafe. That reality already exists for many vulnerable communities across Earth. Clean water access shapes survival, dignity, and long-term development. Without sanitation, even small infections can turn into deadly outbreaks. Waterborne diseases continue spreading where infrastructure is weak or absent. Millions suffer daily from preventable illnesses caused by dirty water. Safe water systems reduce healthcare burdens on struggling governments worldwide. Sanitation is not luxury, but a basic human necessity everywhere. Poor hygiene conditions accelerate the spread of contagious diseases. Rapidly, children in unsafe regions face lifelong health complications. Early clean drinking water improves immune strength and overall human resilience. Water scarcity forces communities into unsafe and risky daily choices. Women and girls often bear the burden of water collection. This limits education opportunities and personal growth significantly across regions. Sanitation facilities protect privacy, dignity, and basic human rights. Open defecation severely contaminates soil and nearby water sources. Contaminated groundwater becomes a hidden threat to entire communities. Proper sewage systems help maintain environmental cleanliness and public safety. Water purification removes harmful bacteria and viruses effectively and reliably. Hygiene education transforms community health behaviors over time. Positively, simple habits like hand washing can save countless human lives. Clean water infrastructure supports agriculture and food security globally. Farmers depend on reliable water sources for sustainable crop production. Pollution of rivers destroys aquatic ecosystems and biodiversity balance. Industrial runoff introduces toxic chemicals into freshwater supplies. Dangerously sustainable. Water management is essential for future human survival. Climate change is intensifying droughts and water shortages worldwide. Flooding also damages sanitation systems and spreads contamination quickly. Urban overcrowding puts extreme pressure on water distribution networks. Aging infrastructure increases risks of contamination in developed cities. Investment in sanitation creates healthier and more productive societies. Every dollar spent on water systems saves healthcare costs later. Communities with safe water experience higher school attendance rates. Reliable sanitation boosts economic development and workforce productivity. Strongly water security is directly linked to national stability and peace. Conflicts over water resources are increasing in vulnerable regions. Desalination technology offers hope for freshwater-scarce coastal areas globally. Rainwater harvesting reduces dependency on overused groundwater supplies. Effectively, recycling wastewater can support agriculture and industrial reuse safely. Environmental protection depends on responsible water usage practices everywhere. Governments must enforce strict pollution control laws to protect water. Public awareness campaigns encourage responsible consumption and hygiene practices. Community-led sanitation projects often succeed better than top-down systems. Local participation ensures long-term maintenance of water infrastructure systems. Technology innovation improves water filtration and distribution efficiency globally. Smart sensors now detect contamination in real-time systems. Early detection prevents disease outbreaks before they spread widely. Safe water access reduces child mortality rates dramatically worldwide. Healthier populations contribute more effectively to national economic growth. Clean environments improve mental well-being and social stability. Overall, water inequality remains one of humanity's greatest challenges. Today, rural areas suffer most from lack of infrastructure and support. International cooperation is needed to solve global water crises. NGOs play a crucial role in providing emergency water access. Disaster zones urgently require portable sanitation and water systems. Education empowers communities to maintain hygiene standards independently. Sustainable practices ensure water availability for future generations ahead. Ecosystem conservation protects natural water cycles and rainfall patterns. Deforestation disrupts water retention and increases drought risks significantly. Responsible consumption reduces unnecessary pressure on freshwater systems. Water conservation starts with small actions in daily life. Fixing leaks and reducing waste makes meaningful long-term impact. Clean water access is essential for human development goals. Sanitation equality ensures fairness and dignity for all people. Innovation and policy must work together for global solutions. Water protection is a shared responsibility across all societies. Sustainable sanitation builds stronger and healthier future communities globally. Every action toward clean water supports life on Earth. Protecting water today secures survival for tomorrow's generations. The future depends on how we manage water. No, clean water is not just a resource, it is life itself. Every community depends on safe water for survival and growth. Without sanitation systems, diseases spread faster than any treatment can respond. Water pollution silently destroys ecosystems before people notice the damage. Groundwater contamination can last for decades without proper cleanup. Many regions still rely on unsafe and untreated water sources. Children growing up in such areas face constant health risks. Diarrheal diseases remain a leading cause of preventable child deaths globally. Simple sanitation improvements can drastically reduce these tragic outcomes. Hygiene infrastructure directly influences life expectancy in developing regions. Clean water access reduces malnutrition by improving food safety. Contaminated irrigation water spreads toxins into crops and food chains. Industrial waste dumping continues to threaten freshwater ecosystems globally. Rivers once clean are now heavily polluted in many countries. Restoring water systems requires long-term commitment and investment. Prevention is always cheaper than treating waterborne disease outbreaks. Communities with safe toilets experience improved dignity and health. Sanitation reduces exposure to harmful parasites and bacteria daily. Water treatment plants act as frontline defense for public health. Without them, entire cities could face massive health emergencies. Proper waste disposal systems prevent contamination of natural water bodies. Education about hygiene must begin in early childhood learning. Awareness programs help people adopt safer water handling practices. Clean water access empowers rural communities economically and socially. Reliable sanitation infrastructure attracts investment and development opportunities. Tourism also depends heavily on clean and safe environments. Polluted beaches and rivers discourage economic activity and recreation. Water scarcity increases competition among agriculture, industry, and households. Efficient water allocation becomes critical in drought-prone regions. Climate variability makes water planning more unpredictable than ever. Rising temperatures accelerate evaporation and reduce freshwater availability. Glacial melting affects long-term global water supply systems. Flood events overwhelm sanitation infrastructure, causing widespread contamination. Disaster preparedness must include water safety strategies always. Emergency water purification systems save lives during crises. Mobile sanitation units are vital in refugee and disaster camps. Urban slums face some of the worst sanitation conditions globally. Overcrowding leads to rapid disease transmission in such areas. Access to clean toilets improves safety for women significantly. Violence risks decrease when sanitation facilities are secure. Water inequality reflects deeper social and economic disparities. Addressing it requires both policy reform and infrastructure investment. International aid programs support water access in crisis regions. However, sustainable solutions must be locally maintained long-term. Technology like solar purification is transforming rural water access. Low-cost filters are helping millions gain safer drinking water. Data monitoring systems track water quality in real time. This helps governments respond quickly to contamination threats. Community ownership ensures better maintenance of sanitation systems. Shared responsibility leads to more sustainable outcomes overall. Environmental education connects people with the importance of water conservation. Protecting wetlands helps naturally filter and store freshwater supplies. Forest ecosystems play a key role in maintaining rainfall cycles. Destroying them disrupts entire regional water availability systems. Sustainable agriculture reduces chemical runoff into water bodies. Organic farming practices protect soil and groundwater quality. Recycling wastewater reduces pressure on freshwater extraction systems. Smart irrigation systems save large amounts of agricultural water. public-private partnerships accelerate water infrastructure development globally. Long-term planning is essential for water security worldwide. Sanitation innovation continues to improve health outcomes globally. Affordable technologies make clean water more accessible than before. Every improvement in sanitation saves countless lives annually. Water security is foundation of stable and prosperous societies. Ignoring it leads to widespread health and economic crises. Clean water connects directly to human dignity and equality. Sustainable practices ensure balance between people and nature. Protecting water resources is protecting life on Earth itself. Future generations depend on actions we take today. Water stewardship is a responsibility shared by all humanity. The future of humanity depends on safe and clean water. Water scarcity is becoming one of the world's biggest threats. Every continent is experiencing some level of water stress today. Unsafe sanitation continues to fuel preventable diseases globally. Millions of people still drink contaminated water every single day. This hidden crisis grows quietly behind modern technological progress. Clean water systems are essential for sustainable urban development. Without them, cities become vulnerable to massive health breakdowns. Water contamination often spreads faster than medical intervention can respond. Prevention through sanitation is more effective than emergency treatment. Rural communities face the harshest consequences of water inequality. Lack of infrastructure keeps generations trapped in poor health cycles. Women and children spend hours collecting unsafe water daily. This reduces education time and limits economic opportunities. Significantly, safe toilets are essential for privacy and personal dignity. Open defecation continues to harm soil and water ecosystems. Polluted water sources spread parasites and deadly bacteria. Quickly, even small contamination can affect entire community health systems. Water treatment facilities are critical for safe urban living. Without maintenance, even good systems can fail dangerously. Sanitation workers play a vital role in public health protection. Their work often goes unnoticed but saves countless lives. Daily clean water access reduces strain on hospitals and clinics significantly. Preventing illness is always better than curing disease. Afterward, education about hygiene must be part of every school curriculum. Early awareness builds lifelong habits of cleanliness and safety. Community participation ensures better success of sanitation programs. Local involvement increases accountability and system sustainability. Long-term governments must prioritize water infrastructure in national development plans. Investment in sanitation yields massive social and economic returns. Every dollar spent improves health outcomes and productivity greatly. Safe water supports industrial growth and agricultural stability. Equally, pollution control protects rivers, lakes, and groundwater sources. Effectively, toxic waste dumping continues to damage ecosystems worldwide. Severely, climate change is disrupting rainfall patterns and water cycles. Some regions face severe droughts, while others experience flooding. Both extremes damage sanitation systems and water safety infrastructure. Disaster preparedness must include strong water management strategies. Emergency relief often begins with providing safe drinking water. Portable filtration units help save lives in crisis zones. Refugee camps urgently need sanitation to prevent disease outbreaks. Overcrowded settlements increase contamination and infection risks. Rapidly waterborne diseases remain leading causes of death in such areas. Global cooperation is essential to solve water access inequality. International organizations support infrastructure development in poor regions. However, sustainable success requires local ownership and responsibility. Technological innovations are transforming water purification methods worldwide. Solar-powered systems provide clean water in remote locations. Smart sensors detect contamination before it becomes dangerous. Digital monitoring improves water management efficiency significantly. Recycling wastewater reduces pressure on natural freshwater sources. Sustainable engineering helps cities manage growing water demands. Rainwater harvesting supports communities during dry seasons. Effectively, groundwater recharge techniques restore depleted aquifers gradually. Environmental protection ensures long-term water availability for all forest conservation supports, natural water cycles, and rainfall patterns. Wetlands act as natural filters for improving water quality. Destroying ecosystems leads to long-term water instability globally. Responsible consumption reduces unnecessary strain on limited resources. Public awareness encourages sustainable daily water use habits. Small behavioral changes create large collective environmental impact. Fixing leaks and reducing waste saves millions of liters daily. Clean water access directly improves human development indicators. It reduces inequality and promotes social justice worldwide. Healthier populations build stronger and more stable economies. Water security is directly linked to peace and stability. Without it, societies face conflict and resource competition risks. Protecting water is protecting life, health, and future survival. Humanity must act now to secure safe water globally. Sustainable water management is key to a livable future.